Wally George's Hot Seat aired in the 1980s and 1990s and does not reflect the views or opinions of KDOC-TV Los Angeles.
Are you ready to get on the hot seat with Wally George? Hang on for the wildest, most controversial talk show on television, featuring enthusiastic participation from our live studio audience and interviews with provocative newsmaker guests. And now, here he is, that hard-hitting and award-winning conservative voice of television, Wally George.
I'll tell you, we got him here tonight. How's everybody tonight? Okay. What a good crowd. I'll tell you, jammed to the rafters. And we got a program for you, I'll tell you. First of all, say hello to my dear friend David Kennedy. There he is. Okay, David. How you doing, David?
That's enough of that. Wally gets jealous when you yell too loud.
No, you can get a couple of Davids. It's okay.
Yeah.
Now, first of all, I want to congratulate my dear friend Princess Andrew of England. You know what he did? Did you see this? He sprayed white paint all over the news media. Yeah! Terrific! And guess what newspaper got the worst of it? I'm not going to tell you which one, but the one I am very happy that they did. Give Prince Andrew a nice round of applause there. Good old Andy. Now, I also want to say welcome to all of you at home. I've just been talking to our massive 10,000 studio audience here. I want to say a big welcome to our great audience at home. Happy to tell you that not only now are we seen every week, every Saturday night in Sacramento, California, the capital, we are now seen every Saturday night in San Francisco. How about it? Yeah. San Francisco on TV 20. I'm going up there to make an appearance in my lavender suit, and it's going to be one of... Let's you get some immediate phone calls, Arnie Evans, to TV 20 immediately. Get that bum off the air. No, but we're very happy to be in San Francisco, and then we're going to be in San Diego, and then Houston, Texas, back in New York City. We're going places, gang, I'll tell you. Isn't that great? One more personal announcement, and then I'll get into my commentary. I want to say, for all of you here in Southern California, next Tuesday, I'm very happy to be speaking at Cal State Long Beach University at 3:30 in the afternoon. I'm going to be there. You been there? All right. So I'll see you next Tuesday here in Southern California at Cal State University Long Beach. Okay. One more personal note. Our associate producer is leaving us to go on to bigger and greater things, but what could be bigger and greater than a hot seat? But she has decided there is bigger and greater things. Rosemary Fincher is leaving us tonight. We send her much love. Give her a nice round of applause. Rosemary. We're going to miss you. We're going to miss you. Okay. I don't know how Arnie Evans is ever going to do this job without you, I'll tell you. But anyway, to our commentary, it is time, my friends, to realize that terrorism is going to be running wild this summer against Americans all over the world. The word is out now. The word is out, and President Reagan is taking action to prevent it, while the liberals are sitting back and telling us not to worry about it. It's never going to happen, those idiots. Now, you know, it's a bunch of baloney. The liberals take a very strange attitude about terrorism. They think we should just sit back and wait till it happens, and then just shake their heads and say, oh, what a shame, you know? President Reagan has much more courage than any liberal will ever have. And then you agree with that? Now, the president will not sit idly by waiting for acts of terrorism to occur. He wants to stop these acts before they happen. And I'm with him. How about you? All right. Now, the president wants wide powers to deal with terrorism, including preemptive strikes, reprisals, and large rewards for information of terrorist attacks in the making. I say we must give the president all the power he needs to deal with terrorism now, right? Now, these preemptive strikes would occur when we learn from increased U.S. intelligence forces that a terrorist attack against American citizens is about to happen. That's when we'd have the strikes. This is not an act of war. It is an act of self-preservation. And it also sends the word to those animals, those would-be terrorists, that we are going to fight fire with fire. Isn't that what we have to do? Secretary of State George Shultz says these new tactics are needed to fight state-sponsored terrorism because we cannot opt out of every contest, because if we do, the world's future will be determined by the most brutal, the most unscrupulous people who are the most hostile to our deeply needed principles. We cannot let these kind of animals determine our destiny. We must give the president the power to tackle terrorism any way he thinks best. I'll be right back. Thank you very much. Welcome back to Hot Seat. I'm Wally George, and I forgot to, in my ever-increasing blabbermouth here going on talking about things, I forgot to mention who my guests are. Now, there's a very popular disc jockey here in Southern California who I'm going to take on tonight. His name is Richard Blade. Richard Blade is here. And, you know, I heard him this morning, and the station is KROQ, and he was calling his station K... Wait a minute. He was calling the station K. Roach. Now, wait a minute. Can we gonna stand for that? No! Wait a minute. I mean, the Blade, as he is known by his fans. I mean, he believes in he doesn't believe that there's anything wrong with sexuality among teenagers. I mean, you know, he's in favor of abortion. He's in favor of legalizing marijuana. This guy's a maniac, and we're going to bring him out here. Now, we also have a real live witch on this program. Really, we have Babetta the witch. How about that? Sickness. I mean, a disgusting thing, practicing the occult and devil worship. Oh my, sick.
Right here.
Now, gotta thank, now you know what? I have been screaming at one paper who really was pretty dirty to me, but I want to now thank the Los Angeles Times. Herman Wong did a terrific article, and I'll show it here right in front. Terrific article, 3 pages in the LA Times. Let's hear it for the LA Times and Herman Wong. And also, I want to thank Howard Rosenberg, who was the TV critic of the Times, who I often call a moron. I want to thank him for devoting his whole column to me. I no longer call Howard a moron. Now he's just a jerk, okay? But I really thank Howard. He has challenged me, because I challenged Howard Rosenberg to come and sit in my hot seat for some of the things that he's been saying about me. Howard Rosenberg said he would only do that if I would come and sit on his word processor at the LA Times. So I might just do that. I got to read a couple of letters we got. This one is unbelievable. I'll read the bad one first. It comes from San Pedro. And it's from R.A. Lance of lovely Lance in San Pedro. He says, "Dear Wally George, I read Howard Rosenberg's column, and I do challenge you to sit on Howard Rosenberg's word processor. And by the way, you're always saying ludicrous. If you're going to keep using that word ludicrous, you should know the meaning of it. It is amusing or laughable through opinions, absurdities, meriting derisive laughter or scorn as inept, false, or foolish. That is the meaning of the word ludicrous. You are ludicrous for thinking I didn't know what it meant. And as far as your letter is concerned, you know what I think of that. He tried to tell me what ludicrous means. I've been saying ludicrous for years. I mean, what do you think I am, some dumbo or something?
That's ludicrous.
Now, that's ludicrous, right? Thank you, David. Oh, by the way, did you have any comment on my opening remarks?
Not in the middle of this. You're on a roll here.
Okay. Here's a goodie now. This comes from Jim Holbrook of Anaheim. All right. I got to thank Jim for this. This made my whole day. He says, "Dear Wally," get this now, "I think your show," this is probably the best letter I've ever gotten in my life. This is going to be framed over my desk. "I think your show is the hottest show that has ever aired in the entire history of television." I've seen the taping of your show a few times, but let me tell you, nobody has really seen Wally George unless they have seen you in person. Do you believe that? Very good, very good. Now we're going to go to the podium, take some questions. First, come on right up here, sir. Let me have right up there. Your first name and your question. Speak right up.
My name is Joe.
Speak right up.
Wally, President Reagan's been getting a lot of criticism because he ordered the CIA to mine the ports and harbors of Nicaragua.
Right.
Now, my opinion is that a mine is a terrible thing to waste, but I'd like to know what you think. Should the United States be helping in the overthrow of the Sandinista regime?
Listen, certainly the President of the United States was absolutely correct when he mined the harbors of Nicaragua. And then, of course, these idiots like Senator Moynihan says, well, the President didn't tell us he was going to do that. Listen, you can't tell the Senate what you're going to do. When you tell them, you're telling the entire world. Haven't you ever heard of these leaks that we have week after week, month after month? The President can't tell anybody in Washington anything in secret because it leaks out all over the entire world, and the President was absolutely right in the mining of the harbors of Nicaragua. Do you agree with that? All right. Yes.
Yes, Wally, my name is Jerry Warburton. I'm the manager of Assault.
Assault? What in the world is that?
It's a heavy metal rock band, Wally.
A heavy metal rock band?
But Wally, first of all, I want to tell you how much us young people of America really appreciate you.
Well, in that case.
No, you're standing up for what America means for, and I want you to know we all appreciate that.
Do you mean heavy metal rock bands are kind of patriotic and conservative?
Sure, our heavy metal.
I didn't know that.
And
I think I'm going to get into heavy metal.
No. Wally.
Yes.
Okay, I want to come on your hot seat and talk to you about heavy metal.
Yeah, but
or rock and roll in general.
But if you like me, I mean, how can I fight you?
Well, we can fight.
I like
It'll
me
be
too.
easy.
You know? Okay,
No, you're a good guy.
But I'm very happy to hear that. Give me a nice round of applause. I never dreamed in my wildest imagination that heavy metal bands would be supporting Wally George. I mean, are you listening, Howard Rosenberg? Okay, go ahead. Yes.
Hi, Wally. My name's Scott, and Howard Rosenberg and myself and a lot of other people would all like to know, when are you going to play the Comedy Store?
Oh, yeah. You are an idiot. Get off my... When are they going to book you into a padded cell, jerk? You know, these guys, when are you going to play the Comedy Store, Wally? Well, he's going to be a star at home now. He got his face on television, but never again, by the way. Hey, Arnie, mark that guy's name down. Never does he get in here again. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Larry, and I'm
Martin, yes.
I'm Larry, and I'm a student at UC Berkeley.
Good.
And I really...
UC Berkeley?
Yeah.
What are you doing down here?
I came to watch your show. I like it. I live in Anaheim.
You don't watch me up at UC Berkeley.
No, not yet. I want to find out.
But
when
now
you're
you
gonna be
can. Now you listen, because we're going to start. We're on right now on Channel 20, which is what is that? KTZO, Channel 20 in San Francisco. But you can watch me in Berkeley every Saturday night at 11 o'clock.
Great. Second question.
Yes.
Any chance of you being in person at Berkeley to speak?
Come to Berkeley?
Yeah. There's a lot of
In person? You mean among the live people in Berkeley? The only if you provide me with about 1,000 bodyguards and a bulletproof vest. They're not very fond of me in Berkeley. And I'm not very fond of Berkeley, to tell you the truth.
Wally!
Now, since you're from Berkeley and I see your UC Berkeley shirt, which you should not be proud of too much, but anyway, no, the reason that I am mad I'm mad at the Berkeley School Board. You know why I'm mad at them? Because they are the ones who initiated this ruling that it is not necessary to start off your classes with the Pledge of Allegiance. How do you feel about that? That was passed by your school board.
I personally like the Pledge of Allegiance, but I want to tell you something. The student
But wait,
body...
you haven't asked me. What about the ruling by the Berkeley School Board? Do you support it or not?
They were wrong.
They were wrong. Now, you people who are watching me on Channel 20, when I come up there in person, I want the head of the school board to come on my show and debate me. How about it? Live? Okay, one more quickie, real quick. Hey, this guy looks like Prince Andrew. You were not Prince Andrew, are you? Okay, go ahead.
Hey, I'm Travis, and I'm a student at Southern California College.
Great.
And I have to pay tuition, so I'm pretty poor, and I can't afford a newspaper.
Okay.
So I was wondering, how's the media been treating you lately?
How's the media? Well, I'll tell you, in the LA Times, they've been treating me beautifully, and some other things. Forget it. I'll be right back. Don't go away. Thank you very much. It's great to be with you every Saturday night. And wherever you are around the country now, it's good to be in so many brand new stations. Once again, welcome to the viewers on Channel 31, our news station in Sacramento, and our new viewers, Channel 20 in San Francisco. Okay. We are delighted now to bring on our first guest, and David Kennedy, would you introduce him?
All right, first up in the hot seat tonight, Wally, is Richard Blade, better known as The Blade, DJ and radio station KROQ.
K-Rock. Never mind. Hey, that was one of our own crew who did that. Throw her out of here. Oh, I'm sorry. Okay. The Blade, they call you.
That's right. The cutting edge.
Now, Richard, right off the bat, I was incensed. I was shocked. I turned you on the air today.
Thank you. I hope you filled out your ratings diary.
But you're calling your station K Roach.
Well,
that's terrible.
Well, that's... Wally, you are always looking for drug inferences. We're talking about the wildlife that inhabits the carpets.
You know what you were talking about.
We were talking about the wildlife. We have roach motels.
Now, come on.
It's true.
I happen to know, Blade, that I've done a little investigation of you. You are for the legalization of marijuana, are you not?
Well, I think that if marijuana was legalized, it would take the kids off the streets from buying it from dope dealers and lead them to higher
into
drugs.
the stores so they could buy more of it.
Well, why not? Then the government can make money from it.
Now, listen, are you into marijuana, Blade?
Not at the moment, no.
Not at the moment. In about an hour, do you think you might be?
What? Do you want to come around the back and smoke some with me?
No, thank you. No, I'm sorry. Old Wally
I thought
is
that was
very
an offer. Sorry, Wally.
No, but I mean, you do smoke the stuff, right?
Not recently. I've been too busy. I've been
now,
doing
come
live
on,
radio.
don't try to wiggle off.
Hey, I would if I had the time.
How long has it been, Blade, since you've had a joint?
Have you got a watch?
Now, how long? Come on, level with Old Wally's audience. They're all waiting now to say, how long has it been since the Blade has had a joint? Tell me the truth.
In all honesty, at least 4 months.
Oh, come on.
In all honesty.
Do you believe that? All right.
Would you believe 3.5 months?
Would you believe 3.5 hours? Would you believe that? Now, I am really shocked because when I was a rock, believe it or not, I used to be a rock and roll.
Hey, I play your records all the time. Wally, George, and the Hollywood Twisters.
You don't play my records.
I do. It's great. It's one of the top requested records at K-Rock.
Are you serious?
But we had some complaints from the mothers because of the lyrics, Wally.
Oh, come on. Come on.
And I heard at one time that you were going to be on the Ed Sullivan Show, but they'd only show you from the waist up.
No, that's not true. Now listen.
No, it's from the waist down.
Listen, Blade, I want to ask you this. You have been very sexual on radio.
Thank you.
No, it's not a compliment.
Wally, I've tried to be sexual on radio, but I keep falling off. It's these small radios. You just can't do it.
Wait, Blade, that's... Oh, God. Blade, I may have to throw you off, Blade, any minute.
Well, I'm sorry.
Now listen, Blade, do not do these double entendres with Wild Wally. I mean, he does not stand for that.
Hey, Wally, I have a double entendre. You see, I'm a big fan of Duran Duran, which has been described as an orgasmatron by People magazine.
You can't say that on this program.
Okay, I won't. But let me show you who else I'm a big fan of.
A big fan of who?
Here we go. Don't worry, I'm keeping the pants on.
Oh, come on now. Holy You had to print the picture from that jerky newspaper?
That's right. You have a subscription to it.
Well, you're just... Listen, you can't win any merit badges with me for wearing that.
I'm sorry.
Listen, first, we're going right back to the hot seat inquisition now.
Okay.
Now, what I don't like about what you're doing is you are making teenagers really get more and more into drugs and sexuality by what you're doing on the air, by saying, oh, well, pot is okay, and you've even said there's nothing wrong with teenagers being sexual. There's nothing wrong with teenagers being involved in sexuality. What you're saying, Blade, is it's okay to hop in the sack and get pregnant or VD. That's what you're saying.
No, I don't think so. I think it's okay to hop in the sack if you know who you're with, if you have a relationship with someone.
No, it's not okay. How old do they have to, how old would you say a young girl should be before she, quote unquote, hops in the sack? How old would you say?
I don't know. Where do you draw the line?
I say, no young teenager, especially, I'm talking about mainly girls now, should get involved.
I agree with you, Wally. No young teenager, but look at the girls these days. They're old teenagers. You see 18-year-olds that look like 25.
No, listen, that's the problem, Richard, or Blade. I'll call you Blade. Is that okay?
Either's fine.
You can call me Your Highness.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Georgeness. By the way,
wait, you made me lose my train of thought here.
Go ahead.
What was my train of thought? Oh, yeah, okay. The whole thing is, Blade, what I am upset about is kids now don't get the opportunity of going from childhood into teenagerhood. They go right from childhood into adulthood. That's wrong. There should be teenage years. There are no more because people like you, Blade, I'm sorry to say this, are on to kids 13 and 14 and saying sex, 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 drugs, 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 and you're leading them down the wrong path. Don't you think so?
We're just setting them up for some good experiences later in life.
Wait a minute. Good experience.
All we say is if a teenager wants to have sex, let her take precautions. Let her take the pill or something.
No, wait a minute. But you're promoting this. Why can't you just say like I do? Wait a while. Why do you have to jump in bed right away? How old do you think? Wait, I'm asking, and you still haven't answered me.
Okay.
How old do you think a teenager should be before they have sex? What's the age limit as far as you go?
Well, as far as I go, it's 18 because that's
no,
the
but I mean kids making.
Well, it all depends. You can't draw a line, Wally. I think this is why it's so dangerous.
Give me an answer, Blade.
I think it's so dangerous, Wally, because you make these open statements.
I am dangerous?
Yes, in a way you are, because you make these statements saying that teenagers shouldn't do it. Everyone is an individual, Wally. You can't take away individuality.
Richard, I'm going to ask you one more time.
Okay.
He's doing the same thing that communist did. You remember, Arnie?
Communism.
Surely
not.
When I asked that communist, was he or was he not, he was evading me. Now I'm going to ask you one more time. What age do you think it is right for teenagers to be involved in sex?
If we were machines, Wally, I could give you a set age because you know that uranium has a half-life of 100,000 years. You can't say that for teenagers because everyone is an individual.
Would you say it's all right for 13-year-olds to get to have sex?
Well, in the country of Guyana, they get married at 9.
Richard, will you stop this? Give me.
They watch you in Guyana, don't they, Wally?
You're not giving me direct answers.
Okay.
Do you think children of 13 in this country should be able to have sex?
It depends on the person they're with.
Oh, come on!
Not with me, no. Not with an adult.
How can you possibly say?
I would think
13 is a child.
16 is more of a realistic age. 13 is very young. But I wouldn't say if I had a son or a daughter, I would treat them as an individual.
Well,
And I would make sure that if the girl she knew about things before she had sex. I'd make sure she was informed. I think sex education in schools, it should be required because kids should know about it, and she should be offered the alternatives, whether it's birth control or abortion.
I have a lot more questions to ask you, and also Richard Blade, who also is the host of Video 1, which is seen here on Channel 5. Sick! Hold on. You brought your fan club, I see.
Yeah, okay. My mother's out there.
Anyway, he brought a really sick video. And we're going to show a little bit of it to show what this weirdo was into. I'll be right back. Don't go away. We are back, and the Blade is here, who is trying to get poor little 13-year-old girls to jump in bed, which is terrible, I think.
Hey, Wally, I think, don't you think it's better to have sex than to go out and kill a commie? I see slogans.
What kind of
kill a commie.
Blade, hold it.
Kill a commie.
We'll get back to Blade in a minute, but first I want to, first we'll do our ticket thing, okay, Arnie? If you'd like to come down and be at one of our tapings, we'd love to see you. You can call, leave your name and your telephone number, the area code, please, and how many tickets you want. And we'll get back to you as soon as possible. Invite you to come down for one of these great tapings. Don't we have fun here, gang? Yeah! If you're in the 213 area code, you can call us at 464-6111, 464-6111. In the 714 area code, call 999-5000. 999-5000. Great. Or you can write to me and get on our hot seat mailing list, and we'll be talking to you about all our rally. Hey, you think we should have another rally, gang? Yeah! Okay. And Blade will come, and I'll kick him out of the place.
I'll be there.
Okay. Write to Wally George, and we'll put you on our mailing list. Wally George Hot Seat, P.O. Box 56 TV, Anaheim, California, 92803. Now, before we get to your video, I want to ask you a couple more things.
Okay.
You really should realize, though, Blade, that you have a great responsibility to your teenage fans watching, and you really have to realize that by joking about drugs, by joking about sex, you are encouraging young people to go to the wrong side. Don't you want to apologize to your fans for doing that right now?
No, I think the joking about sex is good. Everyone should be open about sex, Wally. Don't hide it away. I mean, you've got nothing to be frightened of by sex, Wally. It's fun. Try it.
Richard, wait a minute. Richard, it's not a joke. Hold it. It's not a joke when a young teenage girl gets pregnant or gets a venereal disease.
Wally, you know, there's a lot of talk about venereal disease and AIDS.
Yes.
And, you know, really
and pregnancies.
The cause of AIDS and you have a lot in common. They're both a pain in the ass.
Come on, Richard. He's getting close. All right, now, the only reason I'm not throwing you off because I got some more things to hit you with.
Okay.
You are...
I'm sorry.
You see, don't try to apologize. Listen, you are in favor of abortion. No wonder you don't mind if young girls jump in bed and get pregnant because you say, okay, so what? You can have an abortion. Well, listen, abortion, Richard, is murder, and you know it is. Don't you know that?
So is killing a commie. I'm not for communism, but I see signs kill a commie, and that frightens me that seems to advocate almost a war situation,
what
Wally. And
frightens me-
I think abortion is fine as a last resort. I think birth control is a lot better. And I don't mean no way, Charlie.
Oh, you've been watching the show.
I watch Hot Seats. So do all my viewers. You're very, very popular. And it was very important that I came on the show to answer, not on behalf of everyone, because I speak only for myself.
You're making it very hard for me to be mean to you. I want you to know that.
Well,
but I'm going to be mean now.
Okay.
Because this maniac brought along one of the videos he plays on his show on television called Video 1. Give it a plug if you want. I don't care.
All right, well, Video 1 is on Channel 9 every day from 5 to 6. Video Beat is on Channel 5 from 10:30 to 11. And I think it's 10:30 to 11, isn't it?
And you have and you have invited me to come on that show.
I want you to come on and I'll kick you off my show. But I want to know how much guts you have, how much of this video you can show, and all these videos can be shown on broadcast TV.
I'm not sure I want to come on that show, because when I took a look at a little bit of this video that you're going to see, I really became pretty disgusted. I want to show you just a little part of it. And Hoshi, keep my mic open, because when I say cut, I want this junk off. Now this is the kind of trash that Richard the Blade is promoting on his. Now you see what I'm talking about, Blade? This is really... That's it. What? That's it.
That's Duran.
That's degrading.
I have a Duran album for you, Wally. You might enjoy this.
Album?
You might enjoy this at home. They've been playing the music earlier. That's the sleeve for you.
Come on. Do you realize that that's a sick video?
Well, not really.
I mean, that's X-rated television.
It just shows a young lady in a rather high-cut bathing suit. Everyone has buttocks, Wally. You're sitting on a pair.
I'm not going to stand with... Oh, good. All we need is a K-Roach fan here. Go ahead.
Wally, my name's Chris Consoli, and I'm from San Gabriel.
Yes.
All I have to ask is, what bands, when you were a teenager, did you listen to?
Well, now listen. You see, when I was a teenager... Woody Herman. Woody Herman. Get out of here. Woody Herman. Blade, I'm glad you asked that, because, you see, when I was a rock and roll disc jockey, and I was...
Right.
When I was a very young man, about 10 years ago... Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't you dare, Blade. When I was a rock and roll disc jockey, I was about 22 or 3 years old. But at that time, you know, it was very mild, and there was no sex in the lyrics. There was no references to drugs. Like when I was playing rock and roll stuff, Ricky Nelson was saying hello to Mary Lou.
And look what happened to you.
Look at me. I'm a wonderful human being. What happened to you? You're a degrading rock and roll jockey playing degrading videos.
I play your music. I play it from your old band and from your new band. I play it when it was Wally George and the Hollywood Twisters and your new band. Boy George and Culture Club.
What's that again?
Boy George and Culture Club.
That's not my band.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was your new band.
Go ahead.
My name's Mark. I'm from Huntington Beach. Richard, do you think that a 13-year-old girl should be able to have an abortion? I mean, honestly.
I hope you heard that. Do you think a 13-year-old girl should be able to have an abortion?
If I was the father of a 13-year-old child, which I'm not, a 13-year-old girl, and she came to me and said, you know, Dad, I'm pregnant, and I don't know what to do. And she didn't...
What's she doing pregnant in the first place?
Well, I would guess that about a couple of months before she'd been doing something. I would say, well, our choice is, because I don't think a 13-year-old in any society is old enough or educated enough to bring up a kid, I would say the choices are adoption or abortion. And unless I wanted to bring her into the family as another child. And I wouldn't rule out either. I would talk to a child counselor, because I'm not a maven on...
You don't see that as murder?
No, I don't. I don't see that as murder. I think, in a way...
It's a living fetus! It is a living fetus! It's a living fetus, and that's murder when you take it out of the womb.
Let me answer. Let me even go beyond that. You see, these pro-abortionists like Blade here, they like to say aborting the fetus. Richard, what that really is killing an unborn child. And no matter how you look at it, it is not a fetus, Richard. It is a little child, a living human being that you're killing when you abort a fetus. It's a child, Richard. So when you're saying I'm in favor of abortion, you're saying I'm in favor of killing a little unborn baby.
It's, again, Wally, where you draw the line. A lot of doctors are saying that the child is not an actual human being until it's of 9 weeks, 15 weeks, 30 weeks, or whatever.
Well, I have seen little unborn babies, and the head is formed, the little fingers, and right down, and they do feel pain. I had a doctor on this broadcast a couple of years ago talking about abortion, and they told me, you know, these little babies being aborted can be screaming with pain because they do feel it, and it just makes me sick. Okay, yes, go ahead.
My name's Dean, and I'm from Huntington Beach. Now, this is a question more aimed at you, but pertaining to the Blade.
Okay.
Now, did you know that the Blade and its radio station KROQ promote clubs where homosexuals and gays hang out? What do you think of this?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. Is that true, Richard?
If a club wants to advertise on KROQ, I don't see why we should draw the line. Are you frightened of gays or homosexuals, sir? Do they
I don't like to be touched by those type of people.
Really? Well, probably the feeling goes both ways.
Go to a club and not be being touched and asked to dance by other males.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know about you,
come back to the microphone if you want to talk. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't know about you, but I've been to the Odyssey, and these people are touching you. Males. Now, if your club, if you want to have that type of thing, I think that's your business. But I don't see why you should be advertising for people to go to this club and this happen.
Whoa, what are you doing at gay clubs?
Yeah. Hey, KROQ. Wait. When they advertise this on the station, they say nothing about the homosexuals or the gays that that are going to be hanging out.
Well, perhaps the radio station isn't informed that they're gay clubs or whatever.
You're supposed to be hosting disc jockeys.
Hey, when we advertise Rolfs, I don't go around and personally check out all the specials. If we advertise a gay club, you might want to go out and check out all the guys. That's up to you.
Richard, what do you think? Richard, what do you think about the gays?
I think gays are people, just like women, just like men. They're all part of the human race. They all have equal rights. Women have equal rights. Jane Fonda has equal rights.
I've heard everything now. That's the end of this interview. I'll be back in a minute. Don't go away. Jane Fonda! Thank you very much. David Kennedy is here, of course. I'm Wally George. Arnie Evans, our executive producer. Arnie, what week are we into now?
40.
Our 40th week. How about that, gang? Another 15 weeks or 12 weeks, we'll be celebrating our first year on the air, thanks to your loyal support. How about it? That's just good. I'm very happy to say in the month of May, I'm going to be touring around the country for Group W Broadcasting has booked me on all of their talk shows in Boston, Philadelphia, San Francisco, and all over the country. So I'll be seeing you around on People Are Talking an Hour magazine. Now it is time to introduce our next guest. Well, there's another first. We've had everything else on this program, but we've never had a witch. I understand we have now. David, introduce her, please.
All right, next up tonight on the Hot Seat, Wally, is a lady who doesn't look the part, to me at least. Her name is Babetta, the Witch of the West.
Babetta. Now why? Are you really, honestly, a witch?
That's right. There are thousands of people practicing witchcraft right here, even in Orange County.
I know, but that's disgusting.
Oh.
I mean, witchcraft is really a terrible thing.
No. Wally, I have to tell you, what's really disgusting is right here in Orange County, they had me right here in Orange County. They wanted me to come down and ride in, of all things, a Halloween parade. Right? Where would you find a witch but a Halloween parade?
Yeah.
Except that a Mrs. Irwin organized a group called the Eradication of Witches groups and said that the parade would not go on if there was a real witch.
I believe in her. I believe in the eradication of witches.
That's terrible. We're sick and tired of these hate-monger groups. People don't know anything about witchcraft.
You're practicing witchcraft, which is against anything godliness.
Wrong. Witchcraft is the old religion, the first religion. We were the first ones who crawled out of the cave and observed nature and God.
Now, wait a minute.
God is nature.
You know that God has never, ever promoted witchcraft. Witches and people who practice witchcraft are against God. You know that.
They are not. That's ridiculous. That's horse manure. Wrong.
You cannot fool us. We know the people who practice witchcraft are sick. And they are practicing something that is very harmful to people.
Hate mongers are sick. People who don't know what it is. People who are ignorant. Burning 11 million people between the 12th and the 14th century is sick.
Well, why do you want to be a witch?
Why not? It's another religion. It's based on God and nature and ecology.
Wait a minute. Witchcraft is based on God and nature and ecology? How can you sit there and say that?
Do you think that man's belief system started when Christianity came in? Don't you think when he was first on the earth, he didn't observe like forms around him in the form of nature, herbs, animals, the sky, the moon, the sun? All that's part of God. Didn't he create it all?
Do you think everybody here in America should turn to witchcraft and be witches?
No. I think they should be able to believe and do and practice whatever they want.
Do you believe in God?
Absolutely.
And you pray to God?
Absolutely.
What is your God like?
Well, first of all, he's out in nature.
Is it the same as our God? Do you pray to the same God that I do?
I see God when in trees. I see him in the herbs. I see him in the sun, the moon.
Wait, Babetta. I've seen a picture of God in your studio, and he has horns.
That's not true. You've never even been to my studio. He's lying. He's lying.
Do you worship the devil?
Absolutely. We don't even believe in the devil and witchcraft. That's Christianity.
Listen, you cannot be a practitioner of witchcraft in this country and say that you believe in God, because where do you ever see in the Bible anything about witchcraft? Only any religious person who truly believes in God comes down on witchcraft as a terrible, heinous thing.
It's because they are ignorant of what it is. The church has told people that it is the work of the devil, and people believe it.
It is the work of the devil, isn't it? Wait a minute. Are you married?
Yes.
Do you have children?
No.
You don't have children?
No.
Do you realize if you did have a child and it was a boy, he'd be called a son of a witch? Yes, David.
Babetta, what do you do as a witch? I mean, what is it? The only thing I know about witches, you go around putting curses on people.
No,
what are some of the other things
we
you do?
We do the herbs, we brew the teas. In fact, in the ancient times, they used to brew an herb called willowbrow. Today, it's used in aspirin. You do the healings. You can use it in conjunction with energy. The sun is used for energy. The moon has its own special energy. These are all powers that are available to us through nature and through the religion.
But you do put spells on people, do you not? Or hexes or something on people that you don't like?
Well, I did intend to put a money spell on this group. However, if you don't want it, we'll just pass.
Now, don't wait.
You can put it on me.
She's just trying to bribe you now. Don't let her get away with that.
They won't say that when you get money within a week.
Babetta, how about you do believe in the casting of spells, though, do you not?
Yes, spells are an extension of one's own psychic. Everyone casts spells, even without knowing it.
Now, how do you cast a spell?
By utilizing the psychic, by putting that energy out, by focusing, by drawing, tapping certain things that you need. That money is out there that you're looking for. All you have to do is type it.
By praying.
No, you can do it by treating or chanting or focusing the mind's energy.
What about hexes on people? Do you put hexes on people?
Oh, we don't bother with that.
But as a witch, could you put a hex on somebody?
That's like saying to a Catholic, could they do someone ill? Of course. Anyone could.
Could a witch put a hex on somebody?
A Catholic could put a hex on someone.
Can you put a hex on somebody?
No, I wouldn't.
But could you?
You're getting real close here, Wally.
I want an answer. Could you put a hex on somebody?
I suppose if you worked at being, less than positive, you could.
And what could happen to that person in your mind if you did put a hex on them?
Whatever is in their mind. That's probably the strongest thing. See, this is a religion of the mind.
Could you cast evil on someone? Could you make somebody that you put a hex on have something terrible happen to them if you wanted to?
No, I don't think so.
Could you?
I don't think so.
Don't say you don't think so. Could you or could you not?
No, I couldn't.
All right. Why do you want to be a witch?
What do you mean, want to be a witch? What have I been doing for 14 years in the same place?
When did you decide? I mean, did you get up one morning and look in the mirror and say, my God, I'm a witch? I mean, how did you...
Probably if my hair had looked like that, I might have.
How did you decide?
No, it's simply,
I'll get back to you in a minute, you witch. I'll be right back. We have a genuine live witch on this program, and if she does cast spells, I have a certain newsman that I'm going to slip to her. But listen, her name is Babetta, the International Witch. Tell me, what do witches do for fun?
Same thing as any other person would do for fun. We're normal. Witches aren't divine.
How do you make a living? You have a witch shop, do you?
Yeah, I have a store. We teach metaphysics, magic, witchcraft at the sorcerer shop.
Don't try to get a plug in now.
You sell things there?
Yes.
Broomsticks?
No, brooms we don't.
What do you want to achieve in life?
Well, I think probably the most important thing is if you can take one human thought that is as distorted as this particular name witchcraft is, and get people to accept that it is a positive thing in this day and age, and it isn't what the Dark Ages told you it was.
Babetta, you are trying to brainwash this mass audience. You're not buying it, are you? Witchcraft is evil, it is sick, and I hate to tell you this, you're not going to convince me of anything else. Now we're going to go to the podium. Yes, come on up.
Well, my name is Dan Golk. I'm from Tustin. I have a question. Can you see in the future as a witch, or what do you do?
Yes, the psychic is a muscle. Anyone can develop it. You can see into the future if you would like to, if you so chose to use that part of your mental power.
So you can actually see bad things happening to people, or you can make something bad happen?
No, the psychic is the guard dog of the body. It's there primarily to warn you.
Okay, now do you believe in heaven and hell, and do you believe that you're going to heaven someday when you die?
We believe in eternal life, and we believe in God. We do not believe in a devil.
Well, see, and with witchcraft, that's satanic, and with satanic, you go to hell.
No, it has nothing to do with Satan. That's the movies and the TV.
Witchcraft is satanic,
no,
whether you're going to admit it or not.
Wally.
It is
you've
very
got to
satanic.
Stop watching the movies and the TV.
Yes.
Babette, I just want to say, I don't believe you at all.
Where's the beef? And I'm supposed to explain this to him.
What you do. It's not there.
All right, what do you mean that you don't believe her? Exactly what do you mean by that?
I don't believe in burning witches because I don't believe there's such a thing as a witch.
Well, that's better than burning them. Where's the beef?
Do you think that this is all kind of a showbiz thing with her?
Magic, showbiz.
Well, come down to the sorcerer shop. We'll
I tell you
straighten
what,
you out.
I don't know if Wally approves, but I would challenge you. You say you can put a spell to give me money.
No, no, I said I was
Put
going
on
to
a
give...
money spell. If I make a lot of money in the next couple weeks, I will come back and tell Wally that I have made lots of money.
Do you want me to give them their money spell now?
Put a money spell on it.
Okay, this is what you do to attract money. Now, really, focus. I want you to take a silver dollar, and if you don't have a silver dollar, any kind of silver coin, but it has to be silver. It has to be a natural element from the earth, from nature. Again, place it over the threshold of your doorway at home. And each day before you go out, you say, money, money, where you were found. Money,
This sounds
money,
ridiculous.
come around. No, it isn't, Wally. Let him do it. Do it. Just takes 2 seconds. Focus.
I've had
put
enough
the
of this,
energy
witch.
out.
Come on, that's ludicrous.
It is not, Wally.
Well,
come back and tell him when you get a check in the mail.
Whether she wants to admit it or not, witchery is Satan worshiping.
It is not.
And it is a sickness. Don't you believe that? And I will say to you,
if you believe that, you believe in the boogeyman.
I'll see you next week. God bless. Bye-bye. Thank you very much.